That was 7 consecutive shots on 4-inch plates at over 300 yards. Did I mention they were consecutive? It would take one hell of a rifle to pull off a feat like that, and that is what we were using. The POF Renegade Plus SPR and 224 Valkyrie. One hell of a rifle. Patriot Ordnance Factory is known for making the ultimate fighting machines. They build some of the baddest piston ARs made. I know that I absolutely love them and have one of their P415s as my go-to rifle. A few years back, they started making direct impingement rifles as well, but they just didn't want to slap together another DI rifle to add to the wandering droves of DI guns on the market. They took a serious look at it, included many of their top-tier features from their piston guns, and added some specific features for the DI lineup to bring to market a DI rifle that was worthy of the POF name and deserving of the moniker, the ultimate fighting machine. Patriot Ordnance Factory succeeded in a big way. The Renegade Plus is easily one of the best, most equipped, feature-packed DI rifles available. I wouldn't really expect anything less from POF. I'm a huge fan of theirs. As I said, my bump in the night gun is a P415 pistol, and my go-to 308 is the POF Revolution. They just make some seriously kick-ass stuff. Now, this particular Renegade Plus is a little different. It is the special purpose rifle package. What that means is it has the Luth AR stock that has been badged POF. This stock is a little better suited to long-range shooting, and we'll talk about that more later. The SPR series also has longer barrels and are chambered in either 223 Wild or 224 Valkyrie. This particular POF Renegade Plus is chambered in 224 Valkyrie. In case you've been living under a rock, the 224 Valkyrie is a round that works in a standard AR-15 pattern rifle, yet has ballistic charge somewhat similar to the 6.5 Creedmoor. Now, that's not the knockdown power of the much bigger 6.5, but the ballistics all in a round that works in a standard AR-15 package. So now you can essentially take the capability of the 6.5 Creedmoor, the round that makes everyone a sniper, and have something with the familiarity of the AR-15 and let it reach out to long-range distances in an extremely soft-shooting package. So what's 224 Valkyrie like? 224 Valkyrie is like your 223 Grua pair. This round is faster, goes farther, and hits harder than typical 223. It's basically what you always hoped your 223 would be, yet maintains the lack of recoil from its somewhat anemic predecessor. The Renegade Plus features what I consider to be the best AR lower available, the POF Gen 4 lower. This lower has all controls, bolt release, mag release, and safety on both sides of the gun, so you can easily reach everything from either side that you choose. My favorite thing is the bolt release that you can hit with your trigger finger. It's nice to be able to stay in the gun on reloads. It just makes things really easy and a huge improvement. All ARs should have a bolt release in this position. POF takes it a step further and gives you a very nice indentation for your trigger finger that is molded right into the billet aluminum. This gives you a nice tactile place to rest your trigger finger. It's also easy to remember that you'll have your mag release right above that, and just above that will be the bolt release. It makes everything really intuitive, functional, and nice. Another thing that you won't see anywhere else is inside the oversized trigger guard, you'll also have a bolt hold open button. This is another really intuitive, functional control that makes running the Renegade Plus and all POFs on the Gen 4 lower that much nicer. The Renegade Plus SPR features POF's flat-face 3.5 pound trigger. This is an extremely nice trigger. There's virtually no take-up, it breaks extremely crisp. On my scale, slightly lower than the advertised 3.5 pounds, and has a nice audible and tactile reset. It makes for an excellent long-range precision trigger, and I don't think you could ask for much more. POF also sells these, as well as most of their parts, individually for your own build. The SPR Renegade Plus ships with a POF badged Luth AR MBA stock. This stock is adjustable for length of pull, and the cheek riser is adjustable too. This makes for an excellent precision AR stock. It's really comfortable and works extremely well. all that innovation doesn't matter without results. So how accurate is the POF Renegade Plus? Well, at 100 yards, it's easily sub MOA. And I actually shot groups better than these, I just didn't have a camera filming the targets on that particular day. But without much effort at all, you can easily get sub MOA. With a little effort and the right conditions, I do feel this rifle is easily capable of half MOA. As you go farther out, you can easily see that you get laser accurate shots out to 300 as you saw in the open. Accuracy holds tight out to 500, and even 700 is very easy to get shots on small targets.
Right there, dead center. Give me the neck.
The POF Renegade Plus SPR and 224 Valkyrie is very capable of getting shots on man-sized steel targets at 1,000 yards.
Whoa, center left?
Boom!
And we had many shooters new to long-range shooting make the 1,000-yard shot with this rifle with great ease.
Boom! That's a hit.
What really amazed me is with the quality build of the POF rifle, coupled with the low recoil impulse, just how quickly you can put a quick succession of shots on a target at 1,000 yards. I think the video pretty much speaks for itself. POF has built an amazingly accurate rifle and teamed it with a very capable cartridge, which makes for an amazingly impressive package. So let's take a look at the best AR bolt in the business. First off, you need to finish it in high phosphate nickel. This improves function, and POF also uses a ball bearing for the cam pin. Now, I never thought about it much, but a normal cam pin is steel and it is riding in an aluminum upper. Over enough time and rounds, that steel will start to wear on the aluminum upper. POF replacing it with a ball bearing eliminates the potential wear and tear. They also sell this bearing cam pin on its own, and it is a great upgrade for any AR. POF's DI guns also feature their patented one-piece bolt carrier. The gas key is machined into the bolt and doesn't have any screws in it that could potentially come loose. Now, there's a lot of discussion on the interwebs about twist rates and barrels for 224 Valkyrie. POF is using a stainless steel 20-inch barrel with 1 in 7 twist. Now, I think the results in the video pretty much speak for themselves. For me, and with this load I'm using, this setup is working phenomenally well out to 1,000 yards. POF makes an exceptional break. It makes the rifle extremely flat shooting, reduces recoil, and helps keep the gun on target. Now, I shot this Renegade Plus with the OSS suppressor, but I've used these brakes on other rifles in the past, and I can say they work extremely well. The handguard they are using on the Renegade Plus series is really nice. It's slim and feels great in the hand. It has full-length Picatinny rail on top for whatever optic setup you can dream up. It has M-LOK at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. Also QD mounts in the front and back, and a section of rail at 6 o'clock by the muzzle for bipods and other accessories. This is a very well thought out rail and looks as good as it functions. The POF Renegade Plus features POF's adjustable gas system that they call the Dictator. This is a 9-position gas system that lets you tailor the amount of gas running through the system. Basically, find the load that you like and shoot the gun, adjusting the Dictator down. You can use the provided tool or a flathead screwdriver until there isn't enough gas to cycle the system, causing really weak ejection. At that point, click the Dictator back up 1 or 2 notches and you're good to go, using only the amount of gas you need to cycle the rifle, greatly lowering the recoil. The Renegade Plus comes with POF's Tomahawk charging handle. This thing is large and can easily be activated with one hand from either side of the rifle. I can't say enough good about this charging handle. It's currently one of my favorite charging handles on the market. I've used this in builds and other rifles, and it is just phenomenal. The gas tube is straight because kinks can build up heat, restrict gas flow, and cause wear. They also have a massive barrel nut with 29 inches of surface area made of aluminum right at the chamber. What does that do? Well, it dissipates heat, allowing the gun to run hotter longer without malfunctions. These are all the small details that go into the build quality of a POF that separates it from every other AR on the shelf. Does the average shooter need these? Probably not, but it's nice to have a rifle with them if you ever do. POF has found yet another way to make their guns even more reliable than any other competitors on the market, and it's their E-squared chamber. They cut 4 very small grooves into the neck of the chamber. This vents just enough gas back to push the casing out from the chamber, so you get true push-pull extraction. Not only will this simple innovation make some of the small parts on the system last longer, it will greatly increase the reliability and longevity in the rifle. Now, there's a lot of talk out there about different loads for 224 Valkyrie. To choose my ammo, I took about 5 different boxes when I first got the gun in and shot groups. The ammo that performed the best for me out of this particular gun was the Hornady 88 grain match. It provided the best consistency, repeatability, and stability at range for me out of this rifle. There are a lot of other options out there, and a good friend who is a reloader can even get better performance out of his custom reloads. Another thing to mention, since we're talking about reloads, is even though the POF has essentially a fluted chamber, my buddy was able to reload all the brass out of this Renegade Plus. I know a lot of people have asked me that in the past, and now I have a definitive answer. Now, another thing that I like about 224 Valkyrie is the ammo options. You can buy plinking ammo, like if you only wanted to practice at about 100 yards, for just over $10 a box. That's really cheap for factory ammo. Now, it's not going to shoot 1,000 yards, but it's nice to have an affordable option. One of the things that no one could get over is just how much fun this gun is to shoot. Everyone who picked it up never wanted to put it down, because when you combine the build quality and accuracy of the POF rifle with the soft shooting capabilities of the 224 Valkyrie, you have a rifle that is insanely accurate to some seriously long ranges. And when you're easily putting shots on target at 300, 500, 700, and even 1,000 yards with virtually no recoil in a rifle as comfortable and familiar as the AR-15, why would you ever want to stop? This is also a really good option for someone who is recoil sensitive to get them into long range shooting, or if you have kids and wanted to get them started in long range. The 224 Valkyrie is a great option because of the lack of recoil, and I couldn't imagine a better platform for it than the POF Renegade Plus. The lack of recoil also allows for really quick follow-up shots, so this would make an excellent prairie dog rifle. We shot the POF Renegade Plus and 224 Valkyrie exclusively with the OSS Helix QD762. It performed phenomenally, preserved the rifle's stunning accuracy, suppressed the shot nicely, made it easy to hear that steel being hit even at longer ranges, and was extremely pleasant to shoot with its low back pressure. In fact, we ran 1,000 rounds through this gun without a cleaning, which is an impressive accomplishment for any DI rifle, but would be nearly impossible having all 1,000 rounds suppressed, unless you're using an OSS with flow-through technology combined with POF features like the E-squared chamber. We started using the Nikon Black scope, and we did get shots on at 1,000 yards with this scope, and it works amazingly well for its price point. If you're on a budget, this is a great scope and will definitely get the job done even to really long ranges. If you're ready to throw the budget out the window, we finished the video up with the Leupold Mark V HD, and this is simply the best scope that I have ever had the opportunity to use. Its clarity is beyond impressive, and every single feature is top-notch and actually surpasses what you would expect from a scope of this caliber. The Nikon gets the job done, but the Leupold Mark V HD makes it easy. POF has put together an amazing rifle and paired it with a caliber, giving the package very impressive capabilities. It isn't every day you can go shoot out to 300, 500, 700, and even 1,000 yards with laser accuracy. Do it with almost no recoil and in the ergonomic AR package. 224 Valkyrie is what 223 wants to be when it grows up, and POF builds the rifles that all the other companies wish they could. This is a great cartridge, and the best possible package I could imagine for it is the POF Renegade Plus SPR. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I enjoyed making that. What a fun rifle and caliber. Guys, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button right now. We got a lot of big reviews coming that you won't want to miss. If you're not already, follow us on social media like Instagram and Facebook. You can keep up with what's being reviewed before it hits YouTube. We now have shirts and sweatshirts. There's a link in the description if you want to check those out. I think they're pretty cool, but I might be a little biased. And if you want to help support Alabama Arsenal, the best possible way to do that is through Patreon. Every little bit helps. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.